Oh no, I have realized something to my horror. I forgot to set up the stuff to ping. And when I say set up the stuff to ping, I mean entirely. I didn't even have it in the other Discord to copy and paste over. Whoopsie. Let's fix that. Please hold. Fixing things. I will say hello to you in a moment, Threadnut. There. That's so fucking funny. I looked at the thing and I was like, oh, I didn't put in the stream announcements thing. And then I go to my personal Discord where I put all the stream announcements and everything, like preemptively. And I click in there and the last one I have is for Repo and I'm like, oh, I don't even have any stream announcements. Oops. Whoopsie. Yeah. Okay. Right, that's just fucking funny. That's funny right there. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, good morning, Threadnut. Also, I guess you're a kobold, but I am not one. But also, good morning, Gromnash. It's good to see you. Yeah, we are now... Let me double check. We are now 24 pages into the book. 24 pages. We're getting there. It's coming along. I've had some good writing spurt. Ooh, what the fuck? I can't. The chair. What the fuck? What's wrong with this chair? Right. I've had really good writing spurts and everything like that going through. It's been going well for us. Going well. So I finished the fight between Cross and Gunner. Gunner is a Fostern of the Get a Fenris. So he's a Fostern of the Get a Fenris and an Aurun, aka he's a full mooner. He is the warrior. And as yeah. I'll just read this entire section. I really do just want to read this entire section, this fight. All right. Here we go. The pickups did not travel for long before they pulled into a dirt road and slowly traveled into the woods. As the truck rocked and shook, Cross turned his gaze from the stars above and finally looked back, giving some attention to his curiosity. There he could see the nearly blood-red face of the man following. No, not a man. The guardian of nature following. While he would love to say he was confident, his nerves still played up in his body, and he closed his eyes as he started thinking carefully on how best to fight. He then had to remind himself of an old adage from his previous life. No plan survives first contact with the enemy intact. He would have to improvise and pay close attention. The trucks traveled for about half an hour into the woods before they pulled to the side of the road. Ugh. What the fuck? Morning, Eldritch. The trucks traveled for about half an hour into the woods before they pulled to the side of the path, and Michael slowly got out. He then looked in the back of the truck for Cross, but he was already out and walking to the passenger door to retrieve the unconscious woman. You taking her into the woods? You daft or something? Well, where are you going to take her? I can look after her until morning comes, and she can find her way back out of the woods. can leave a trail for her to follow back to this road. Like hell you are. You aren't gonna feast on her, you worm-tainted fuck. Heavy weighs the paper ground. Christian artwork of the "How do you do, fellow kids" meme with a gnome as the old man and a kobold of the tall witch hunter as one of the kids. It's fucking awful. That's awful, Threadnought. Gunner's words drew all attention to him before Cross sighed some and carefully laid her down to rest against a nearby tree before he looked to the enraged guardian. It was a calculated plan to try and get him more upset and thinking less clearly. The dual-edged sword of their incredible rage and hatred. In truth, he hoped the Rangers would drop her off somewhere, but now was the time to try and win a fight. Gunner growled some and began to take off his cap and undo his clothing. This made Michael roll his eyes and grumble as he looked at him. You didn't bother dedicating your uniform? Waste of good gnosis. Besides, I'm going to break this leech quicker than they can get dirty. Michael raised an eyebrow at that and stepped back. Cross, meanwhile, began to get himself into a fighting stance as he waited for his opponent to approach. Better to judge his aggressiveness and movement that way. Gunner began to get off his pants as he growled and grumbled louder, his body shifting and changing. Yet only a small bit of fur presented itself. He certainly got taller, but he hadn't shifted fully into a war form yet, and instead charged headlong right at Cross. Cross kept his eyes on the furred man intently, stepping back and ducking down. He then drove a punch out that connected with his abdomen. Combined with Gunner's forward momentum... Forward momentum, the punch sank in and he let out a grunt, yet quickly recovered and swatted a hand around. Cross tumbled to the side as that hand brushed against a tree in a wide swing and left gashes in the outer bark. The white wolf kicked off the tree and got back to his feet as he looked at Gunner. He then took a deep breath, one not needed for a corpse thing like himself, but useful for what he planned to do. Well, shame your clothes are all filthy now. Must make you a liar then. Michael looked on for a moment, stunned that Cross had actually thought to taunt Gunner. Yet he had to admit the statement was perfectly executed. The furred man meanwhile let out a howl of absolute rage, and the sounds of bone cracking could be heard. The man's body contorted and twisted as he grew larger and larger, even surpassing the height Michael had achieved as he stood at 10 feet tall. The massive werewolf, covered head to toe in pure white fur with piercing blue eyes, glared at Cross. For his part, the gangrel raised up his fists into a fighting stance once more, as if egging on the behemoth monstrosity that stood before him. The thing that had been Gunner howled at... Whoops. At him, yeah. Man, I'm glad I do these preview read things through, because now I see all, like, little words I miss and I've skipped over because I've obviously gone on to the next thought. Fucking hell. The thing that had been Gunner howled at him with pure spite and charged forward, with Michael looking on intently, wanting to see what would happen. As the enormous werewolf reached his hand out to grab the leech's head, there was a strange movement. Cross quickly leaned back, letting the clawed hand sail past where his head had been as he fell towards the ground. Yet even as he fell backwards, he didn't hit the ground and seemed to simply sink right through. This made Michael blink a bit and stare hard at where Cross had most certainly fallen. Meanwhile, Gunner stumbled forward and grasped at the air before he quickly spun around to find his target. Michael was the first to see it, as the same white wolf head he had fought against and beside came up from behind the Krynos. What the fuck? And as more of the body appeared, a hand grabbed at the Krynos' ankle. Cross then turned his body, using the momentum of the turn, his strength and weight, to drag the massive Fenrisian wolf off their feet and slam them against a tree with a loud crack. Though he had momentarily been caught off guard, Gunner shook himself and then growled as he stood upright and brought his claws together. As the claws slid across each other, they seemed to shimmer, as they looked to become far sharper than they had before. Again, anyone that knows Werewolf the Apocalypse knows, like, all the little things I'm, sprinkling in here and there. This made Cross tense up as the werewolf charged at him, those claws slashing out, but the gangrel didn't move until the last moment when he suddenly burst to mist. This caused Gunnar to actually stumble again, yet then he let out a gag as a hand gripped to his throat. Cross then pulled the Fenrisian wolf back, dragged his right leg back in turn to trip. Man, I'm stumbling. It's me stumbling now reading it too. Cross then pulled the Fenrisian wolf back, dragged his right leg back in turn to trip off his balance, and was able to slam the werewolf down against the ground. Once more, the werewolf was able to quickly recover and slashed instead at Cross's face, which caused him to let go and jump back to avoid the claws. Gunnar flipped over and charged at the gangrel before he slashed once more, this time catching the corpse wolf across the chest. Yet the claws didn't do as much damage as was hoped, as Cross spun, fully twirling in the air before his feet pressed down to the leaf litter. Right as those feet touched the ground, Cross lunged forward and slashed through Gunnar's side, getting a far deeper wound than he had received. This made the Fenrisian white wolf hiss angrily. This then came to a slash once more, which caused the corpse wolf to dash back. Gunnar kept on the offensive, yet soon enough the gangrel began to shiver and dash forward at an incredible speed. Normally this would have led to disaster, but the werewolf's fur shimmered and turned, and in spite of the absurd speed rushing at him, he was still able to turn his own strike into a block. This actually made Cross divert the attack and slide away from the wolf, who turned to face him. Again, more gift usage being thrown in all throughout, those subtle little things happening that are like, ooh, if anybody that knows Werewolf the Apocalypse, and especially Get a Fenris, or Alrunes know, they know the gifts that are be using, right? He's using Razor Claws. He just switched into the fucking Super Reflexes thing, where it's an ability you can use where you spend a willpower and you change from an offensive attack into defensive instantly, no matter what the situation is. So you don't gain a debuff for being on the offensive. You can actually take a hit and block it. Gunnar took in a deep breath and brought his hand up, which began to glow and then charged forward once more. This made the gangrel block, yet when the hand touched him, his body was instantly slammed to the ground. This made him gasp a bit as he hit, not because he had breath, but from the sheer surprise. Werewolf then brought his razor-sharp claws down to rip the gangrel apart, but once again he suddenly fell through the ground. Gunnar, though, slashed and dug at the ground to try and get to him, but soon enough Cross came up a fair distance away. By the way, when you write accents, do you type out all the phonetics? None or some? Some, depending on how thick the accent is. If it's Thorin Denderson, his accent is incredibly thick. Right? Touch be why we talk like this. Touch be why we talk like this. That's when his accent's incredibly thick. For one like Michael, we're coming up to where he'll speak. His is a lighter accent, but he still has the accent. So I'll explain that here. And I do it phonetically. The moment he came back out of the ground, his opponent had already turned and started rushing towards the leech. Michael then tilted his head as he saw that same hand motion the corpse wolf did before, as if he was grabbing the werewolf from the distance. Then the gangrel began to clench his fist down hard, which made the orange werewolf look to the Fenrisian. Something curious happened as Gunnar began to look around, almost in fear, even as he continued to charge, his ears even shifting around to listen. Cross squeezed his fist hard, his eyes focusing intently on the charging wolf before he then pumped his hand down. There was an audible crack. The Fenrisian wolf tossed into the air for a moment before he suddenly cried out and flailed, now with human hands again. This made Michael tense up and stare at the now naked man who was shivering on the ground as the gangrel began to stroll towards him. The ranger started to run towards the pair as the gangrel reached down and lifted Gunner by the throat and looked into his eyes with a growl. You lose. Michael was about to cry out, but the gangrel simply tapped Gunner on the nose before he let him go. This made him slow his approach as he looked between the fallen Fenrisian and Cross, who began to step back while his body began to slowly shrink back to the broken wolf from before. Yet then a guttural voice came from him. Come here now. I can't really do a guttural voice. Like, come here now. The ranger furrowed his brow and was about to growl out in anger before he then saw a pair of deer slowly walking towards Cross. Once they came close, he opened his jaws and bit into their neck, suckling on one for a time before letting it go and doing the same to the other before he shooed both the deer away. Laddie, you could do that? Laddie, you could do tat the whole time? Tat the, my God, that's hard to say. Laddie, ye could do tat the whole time? It isn't pleasant for the one that receives it. They cannot change for at least an hour. I didn't want to do that to you back at the factory. Even though instinct was to save myself, you would have been vulnerable then. Yeah, there you go. There is the fight between Cross and Gunner. Gunner, the Fostern, I almost said Foster and Cleat. That doesn't make any sense. The Foster and Alrune of the Git of Fenris. And Cross, the what they don't know yet, but the 7th generation gangrel who has been training every single day for a long-ass time, for many, many decades, to kill his sire. And, of course, to defend the woods. Yeah, Uno reverse indeed. Basically, you think you're a big bad, Krynos. How about I turn that off? Uh-oh, whoopsie. Now you're just a normal person again. And you can't change shape for an hour. I guess let's do one little more preview of it. Here we go. We'll do this as our last little preview. The Fenrisian left the group, finally having regained his composure, and drove off in his own truck. This left the other three to navigate through the woods, with Cross in the lead as he rounded various trees and pushed through obstacles. It was clear the broken wolf knew his way around the forest as he traveled, yet Michael was curious. How long have ye been out in these woods? Not long. Just over 2 winters. Took a long time to walk back from the coast to here. You mean the lakes up north? The woman chimed in as she followed, doing her best to keep up with the ranger and the corpse wolf, who both seemed to navigate it so easily. I mean the west coast. I was out in San Francisco for a time. You wandered all the way? Thousands of miles back here? Why? Oh, I follow wherever she guides me. That is part of the path I walk. Michael looked confused and then tilted his head, but it was the woman that spoke up first. Who? Her. Cross looked up at the sky above, turned his head smoothly, and pointed a clawed finger up at that sky. Michael followed it and realized instantly that the corpse wolf was pointing to the moon above. Ye mean the moon? To refuse to follow the moon. She hath shown you the path, and to walk it you must accept her guidance. Michael was about to speak up, but he had a curiosity, and soon his eyes shimmered as he looked up at Luna above, one of his gods. He then looked down to the corpse wolf, who slowly turned and walked away, but Michael could see loons floating in front of him and seeming to light the way. Could this mongrel leech see the lights they were offering? Whatever the truth is, Michael let his vision clear as he began to follow along once more. You know how crazy you sound? The woman's voice brought the ranger's attention back around with a slight grumble. Of course this human wouldn't understand just how powerful Luna truly was. You are talking to a twisted and broken thing in the guise of a human wolf. that is also a walking corpse, and you think seeking guidance from the moon that shines down from above is crazy. Cross, like, put this in perspective, bitch. You need to put this in perspective. I am a walking, talking corpse that looks like somebody stuck a traditional werewolf in a tumble dryer and then shaved bits of it. And you think the fact that I'm looking up to the moon for guidance is the crazy part. Yes, that's the crazy part. That's the part that's going to make everybody go, no. What happened? Man. Son. Okay, there we go. Finishing off some stuff. Yep. Zombies, vamps, werewolves, evil world-controlling cabals, and wizards are perfectly normal, but likening the following the moon is weird, lol. Well, to be fair, again, the entire point of her, which I think I'm going to call her Sarah, she's going to be like Sarah Ling. Or maybe Sarah Lung, I'm not sure. You know, like Long, Lung for dragon. But I'm not sure. But the entire point of her is she's naive, right? She became a hunter because of the cameras she set up in her grandparents' home. Because her father abandoned her. She doesn't know why. I know why. It's a story beat. That'll come up later. But her father abandoned her. She doesn't know why. Her mother became a nervous wreck because of it, thinking that she had done something wrong. And so she moved back in with her parents. So her grandparents were actually the ones that acted as like the paternal figures to her. Well, one eve while she is watching, she put up like cameras while she was at college and everything. She's watching to make sure that they're fine. You know, it's the elderly. She wants to make sure they're okay, right? Right? She wants to make sure that they're all okay, they're all fine. That, you know, they don't have a tumble and nobody's there to know or anything, you know. She wants to check in on them. Her cameras, though, pick up their murder. And it wasn't their murder at the hands of, like, just some asshole, right? The guy was clearly, like, doing crazy shit. Like, forcing them up into the air and shit like that. And, like, sending spikes into their body. You know, it is clear supernatural shit. Right? And she has the evidence of it. This is what starts her on her path to become a hunter. But she doesn't know what she's doing, right? She's the literal, like, I'm a victim hunter. Her paternal figures in her life were taken from her. And she has evidence that it was supernatural that did it. So she becomes a hunter, and she's going to hunt down all of the monsters in the world to keep others safe. That's her goal. That's her drive. And a bit of its revenge too, right? She does want to find the creature that did this to her. But yeah, she's just fucking ignorant. She gets obscenely lucky that the first supernatural she confronts is actually Cross. So I'll go back up to that one. Let's go back up to that moment. Alright, here we go. Let's do this one. Right, well, it don't sit right with me thanking some feckin' leech, but you did fine work dealing with them gobshites, and you did jump in front o' Silver round for me, so thanks. Cross didn't say anything, and instead he gave a nod of his head. He then slowly turned and immediately tensed up before lifting up a hand. Michael then turned to look at what he saw and was near dumbstruck at the sight. There, standing before the pair, was a woman, an Asian woman judging by her looks, who held up a katana with its point directed across. She had dark hair, either a very dark brown or black, with dark brown eyes. Her skin was flushed and her lips were pursed as he glared, as she glared at the two of them. She had on a long coat and what looked to be some basic body armor, though it was hard to tell how legitimate it might have been. There were also several other pouches around her belt and even a sharpened stick to use as a stake. You two shall not harm another human. You who are in league with monsters. Michael blinked a few times, but Cross actually lowered his hand and tilted his head. He then stepped forward, which brought the katana-wielding woman's focus entirely to him. Stay back, or I will end your life, monster! Child, you are incredibly out of your depth here. Cross then reached out a hand and held onto the end of the katana, which she tried to pull away or move, but couldn't overcome his strength. He then stepped forward more and let the katana pierce through his chest as he kept walking forward, sliding down the blade before he grabbed under her armpit and hoisted her in the air. She flailed and kicked and started to gasp in shock, even letting go of the sword's grip before Cross spoke once more. Go home. These are dangerous nights. Go learn and be a better... Cross stopped talking as he lifted his head and then looked back at Michael, who turned to acknowledge the blue eye shine looking at him. She fainted. Just leave her be and let's get out of here. If we do that, she'll certainly die. Cross carefully pulled the sword from his chest and then helped ease it into its sheath that dangled from her belt. The kindred leeches will be first to check here, and if they find her, they will assume she did it and embrace or kill her. I'm not letting you take a blood bag into that forest over there. Leave her be... I swear to you and to Luna above that I will not harm her or even try to drink from her. How do you know that name? Michael said almost instinctively as he began to growl. I promise I will tell you, but let us leave this place. Please. There you go. Yeah, that's why I also like the normal thing of, like, he doesn't get through like the grand speech or anything like that. He realizes, like, from the start of the speech, he just has that moment of just like, she fainted. She's out cold. Well, I can't. Which, again, it's understandable from her perspective, too, right? She's young, naive, doesn't know what she's doing. She's gotten into a situation well over her head. And the monster she was threatening with her weapon she's going to use to fight monsters took it into his chest without even flinching and has now hoisted her up in the air with one hand. She's having that moment of, I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead. Oh. I'm fucking dead. Excuse me, I'm going to go sleep now. Anyways, let's see. In my current project, the pulpish sci-fi, I got a culture of humans who are basically descendants of Southern and Appalachian people, one of the more common spacefaring humans in the setting. They usually do transport or delivery jobs, but the funny part is that the supernatural forces of the cosmos are wary of them. Because every time they try to mess with them, it usually ends up being a devil went down to Georgia situation. That's fucking funny. Again, don't fuck with rednecks. That was if you've never seen the Fat Electrician episode about Bass Pro Shop, that is fucking perfect. Like, yeah, don't fuck with rednecks. I do believe I've offended someone here in the audience. That ain't funny, is this? That ain't funny right there. That ain't funny at all, is this? Alright, first and foremost, obviously need to jump on my main, get the normal deliveries. Excuse me. Right. Tasty, tosty. Now, off to Cross. Now, I need to start uncovering more leads, right? We're getting there. We're getting there. This horrible situation. This grind is unreal. This grind is unreal. Well, he does get a chance to finish part of it later, when he tells her, like, here is your options. This is part of him doing the path work, right? He's starting to explain the crossroads. Remember, a whole key point of cross is the idea and concept of the crossroads. And in fact, I mention it in the first chapter as well, where Michael, at the end of the first chapter, feels like accepting Cross, for like accepting his curiosity on Cross and allowing the Cross to take this woman was the crossroads. That was the moment that his path was dedicated. But more accurately, the crossroads really was when he first spared the corpse wolf in the factory floor. That was the true crossroads. All of the paths were open to him, and he chose the path to sate his curiosity. Even though he was in Krynos, even though he was experiencing extreme levels of rage, his curiosity was piqued. And he was questioning why do I feel this strange, like, not so much connection, but why do I feel like this wolf, this corpse, there's something about them that's different? You know? That was the true crossroads. And that gets into a whole other philosophy that Cross has of coming through and like explaining all of the different crossroads. Like what is a crossroads moment, what isn't one? What is just a veering of the path? The crossroads are the most important parts. Again, when Cross stands before the werewolf, the thing in the woods, or the thing that was on the hill, that was a crossroads moment, right? That was a true crossroads moment. Him choosing to take Sarah with him was not a crossroads moment. That was just a divergence of path. Michael choosing to spare Cross, or, well, again, he wouldn't have actually been able to kill Cross. Cross would have gone to mist form and just, like, been like, alright, I'm out. You know, there's no talking to you. There's no conversation. We cannot be aligned in this purpose. I wish you good fortune. But yeah, that was it was Michael choosing to spare him. That was a crossroads moment. So where was it? Was it in Grotwood? Where was that stupid dungeon? Here it is. Vilemance. So the Vilemance has a thing that I'm trying to get unlocked. Yeah? We're trying to get a lead from it from the treasure chests. Because if you'll notice, these are the leads. And some of them, I'm worried that the stuff will be the full ultimate tier. I hope it isn't, but I'm worried. But yeah. We need more leads. And so I might as well work on, and I can't go here to even start this lead. Isn't that some shit? I can't even go there to start the lead. Yeah, I'm hoping, though, that we get this to drop. And I can start doing that lead. And then just move on, you know? Hang on a second, by the way. Almost forgot. Oh, so I really should get a companion, shouldn't I? I really should just go get a companion and just have like a healer companion who can assist me while I'm a werewolf. Oh, yeah, I don't need to do anything like that. Duh, I can just go straight downstairs. I guess we'll check for anything cool, you know? Because, you know, we could get some, we could get lucky and get some interesting loot. And, of course, we could get some more level ups for skills. Like that. Heavy armor increased to 28. Ooh, North Shelf. Ooh, Void Steel. Gross. I guess we aren't to the point yet. We do still need to level up our blacksmithing more. But we aren't to the point yet where blacksmithing will purely give us rubidite stuff. Yeah, I really do hope you guys enjoy the previews of the chapters, by the way. Because I certainly enjoy, you know, going over them. Oh. welcome to two-handed, where my attacks all hit everybody. Everybody! Everybody getting hit.
From the side.
Everybody getting hit. All y'all getting slapped. Ooh, well, there's a new lead. Yeah, I'm looking for treasure chests. That's our main focus. Just gotta find treasure chests. That's what we're after. Well, I'm glad. Again, I do want to do some more just writing streams where we can just hang out and I can just do more writing. I don't think there's a chest down here that we can take. I think these are always open. There's no chest. Alright, back up we go. Might as well, you know. I'll put this on too, because why not? But eat that. Whoa, excuse me. That's rude of you. It's like, that's rude of you. Casting that shit out. You know what? Fuck it. Looking for any chests on the ground. We need to actually loot treasure chests and hopefully get the lead. Well, if your characters were fortunate in their first supernatural encounters, Cross would have been screwed if he'd first met a Red Talon or a Black Fury. Incorrect. Again, it's because of his, he has incredible survivability. And again, Luna has been guiding him. So is it luck or is Luna guiding him? And when I say Luna, I mean the Incarnates. I don't mean like Luna herself. Luna is a god. just straight up. Oh, there's a chest. Hell yeah. Come on, baby. Come on. Damn. Cold Harbor treasure map, though. Sorry, Wolfie, but you're in the way. I need to look for treasure chests. But again, as explained through, Cross had every opportunity to just end the fights immediately. But he doesn't like doing those certain things, right? He doesn't like... He doesn't like using Shape Mastery because he knows it really... It's very, very unpleasant for the Gauru that's used on all Pharah, technically. But he most associates with Gauru. Let's see. Any chests there? This place is back up and running. Oh, that's funny, she stopped me in midair. That's funny. Welcome to Blood Moon. It is nice when it triggers, though. It does feel good. I don't see any chests, though. Huh. Again, though, the Sabbat makes sense, but they are vampire supremacists. I mean, that's why I like that in Hunt of the Parenting. They point out, like, no, fighting the Sabbat is, like, morally correct. They are awful.
I need aid.
Because, hey, guess what? The Sabbat are awful. They're evil. And that is so fucking satisfying. Again, they are genuinely bad people, and good. There are those kind of like people out there where they're just genuinely just pieces of fucking shit. You know what I mean? Not everyone is like some morally complex individual. There are a lot of Jack Horners out there. Which, my God, that's another reason why that movie was so good, because it was refreshing to have a villain that was just a villain. Oh, wait. Actually, sometimes there's... I know sometimes they hide chests in here. There's more chests downstairs, but I'm trying to find, like, you know, all the ones upstairs first. I think it's sneaky with where they put some of them. That's so fucking satisfying. Welcome, welcome. Get out of here. Bastard bitch. I mean, you seem to have difficulty understanding that I am the goddamn Sabbat. Mercy, shame, human weakness. I am beyond human. I see what I want. I take it. If I can, it belongs to me. I am the sword of Cain, and I fall where I please. Yep. Again, it is genuinely satisfying to just have a faction that are just horrible. Like, you can understand the thought process of why people would join the Sabbat once you understand the Camarilla. Because the Camarilla are also terrible. It's the thing I like about the Gauru as well. The Gauru aren't the true heroes of World of Darkness. They are on the side of good, but they're not heroes. They have all kinds of fucking problems. Their own arrogance, their own hubris, and their rage caused all the problems in the world. All of them. If the Gauru had not been just so fucking mad, had managed to take a fucking chill pill, Gaia would not be in the state she's in now. Alright, well, let's go down. Nothing for it. Whee! Again, it's understandable why people would join the Sabbat, but the Sabbat are also terrible. This reminds me of Cyanide and his fucking girlfriend for a while. Cyanide, don't stick your dick in Crazy. Yeah, but she's hot though. Cyanide, don't stick your dick in Crazy. But she's so hot. Oh. Well, that's the thing too. Like, the Anarchs are the better of the factions, but even then, that's not great. The Anarchs aren't amazing, as you know. Again, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines makes clear. I am not liking that I have not found another chest down here. I hate that this thing drops from chests only. Ugh. Oh, I hate it. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Because what a ball ache. This way. I've already gotten 3 levels just being in here. Tree levels. I am not a fan of the Daggerfall Covenant storyline, just in general. Right? I find it to be the weakest of the storylines. Hands down. Fuck. I much prefer like the moral choices of Heart Pact, and then the political scheming and intrigue of the All-Merry Dominion stuff. I was just the Daggerfall Covenant. I just felt like, ugh, you guys really are just the and we're here too. You know, there's more to it than that, but that's how it feels, right? The Daggerfall Covenant does such horrifically, heinously evil shit, and it's just wild. Yeah, kind of. Unfortunate. No, they can join any faction. The Empire shattered apart because of what the Emperor did. Remember when he did the whole ritual with Chimel Autoball? He fucked up real bad. He fucked up real bad. Real bad. And he was not good situation. Not good. Right, well, just go back here, I guess. Bastard bitch shit fuck. I genuinely do like the storyline in Ebonheart Pact. I like the storyline in storyline in the Altmerry Dominion. I like the storyline on the Gold Coast because I like the Dark Brotherhood stuff. I think it was actually really well done. Thieves Guild is also really nice. Vardenfell with Morrowind is really fucking good. I enjoy it quite a lot. Okay, cool. We should do this too while I'm thinking about it. I can't sell those. I need to actually break those apart. And I really should just do, like, Rubedite, fucking Inspiration ones, breakdown, right? Yeah, I know, right? It's fucking wild. Makes you have that question of like, what's the point? What was the point of all that? Oh, such least favorite vampire clan and Gauru tribe. Gauru tribe is definitely Black Furies. They are by far my least favorite. Just because they are so like aggressively fucking you know, the feminism, right? Sure, there's some that are trying to change that, but oh my god. Just... I just can't stand it. Least favorite vampire clan. Oh god. I think Toreador freaked me out the most. I don't know, because I'm, you know, they're much more about, like, seduction and everything like that, and I'm just like, ooh. Not a fan. Okay. I can understand people not liking Lasombra. I can get that. Women. Ugh. It's because the women are corpses. the women are corpses. That's the part that just makes me go like, yeah, Toreador. So those people are like, I want to go for some fang bangs. I'm like, no.
Come and do business.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, cool. Why did you preview that? Weird. It's very strange. It was very strange indeed that it previewed that. I don't know why. I don't know why. It was very strange. Very, very strange.
do your trading.
Okay. Just trying to get all the cheapies. Oh, yeah. Yeah, get all the cheapy stuff.
How may I serve?
I like my women like I like my garden. Fresh and alive. Exactly. Holy shit. Oh, holy shit. Mm. Yeah, I'm not into the concept of fangies. No, thank you. So that's literally a moment of I'm just like, nah, you can have all that. I'm not interested. You can have all that. I ain't not interested. Not interested in the slightest. Oh, wait, I forgot. Take all. Thank you. Now, this should do it. This is a massive amounts of inspiration, you know? Oh, I forgot. I think I just undid all the others. Hey! Yep, cool. We got it. Oh, I did both. Thank goodness. Yeah! Blacksmith 50, baby. So now we can come in here, blacksmithing, hit this. Now we'll just get nothing but rubidite everywhere. Which we do need for, like, making gear and shit. Like my women, how I like your. Like my women, how I like my coffee. Tall, sweet, and strong enough to kill me. Well, considering I'm very much of the opinion Matilda Wilde in her Krynos war form is very much a wood. Oh shit! Wood. What do you mean wood? It's a fucking 9'5" supernatural killing machine. Wood. Give me the microphone. Wood. Oh, hang on a second. ESO sets. Now it was Mora? Yeah, Mora's Whispers. Which we need. Alright. So. I'm having no luck getting this stupid thing from, yeah. From the thing, so. The treasure inside the Vile Manse. Wait. The Vile Manse and Reaper's March. Yeah, no, I was in Reaper's March. That's right where we were, right? Let me double check that. Yes. Okay. It was. Yeah, I was getting nothing. Nothing there. So I guess let's just go to the Deadlands. Apparently it drops in here as well. So, you know, we'll do that. Inside Atoll of Immolation. Okay. Or says some of them are. So I only think Atoll would be kind of more over here? Maybe? Potentially? Let's go get these, though. Oh, and I have to find clothing nodes of torn cloth in the Deadlands. Got it. Okay, so find clothing nodes. That gets us the sinew to start it.
But
Oh, excuse me. Righty. Yeah, we're going for Mora's Whispers. That's what we're looking for. So I want to do Mora's Whispers here. Obviously, this is the one piece we've got not here. But we say we've got Slime Crawl, gives us 744 crit chance, and then I have full set of Blood Moon, and then we're using Order's Wrath to get us more crit chance and crit damage. The One Piece is real! So I want Mora's Whispers as the helmet. Which will also get us up the light armor tree, and I want to put in to get even more crit chance. Right now we're at 55.7% crit chance, which is a pretty fucking nice amount of crit chance, but the higher the crit chance, the better. And then we can have our werewolfy hitting much, much better. Oh, yep, torn cloth, here we go. These are the nodes we're looking for, by the way. Okay, so how do I get up there is the question. Whoa! That's a new attack I've never seen before. I fucked up and hit that. That was silly of me. That was silly of me. Oh well, you can make silly mistakes. No. Alrighty. Gross. Why are you saying wood? You want mahogany? Cedar? Alright, fine. I'll say will instead. Will! Absolutely will! Oh my god. I've been playing too many other games. I kept hitting Z to mount up, and it's like, that's Diablo 3, or sorry, that's Diablo 4, you idiot. Like, oh yeah. Fuck.
Feel free to join me by my fire. The Deadlands are dark without the light of friendship.
Solace. If I recall right, that's the leader of the Black Spiral Dancers, right? Who becomes the avatar of the worm. She gets freaked out. She gets freaked the fuck out by Antonine Teardrop, because Antonine Teardrop, he don't give a fuck. He walks the labyrinth and he's completely unaffected, and that makes her like go, what the fuck? How? How is that possible? This is bullshit. Our God told us that, you know, it's impossible to walk the labyrinth and not be corrupted. It's some fucking bullshit. Bullshit. Oh, that was cool. Oh, the animation, I thought, like, the enemy had bugged out. I didn't know they had a back attack. Yes. Neat. Oh, dude, that would be incredible, wouldn't it? Antonine Teardrop teams up with Oxyodal. And for anyone that doesn't know, that's in Warhammer Fantasy. He is a skink, a chameleon skink to be exact, who goes into the Chaos Realms, the warp infested fucking hell dimensions, and he is totally unfazed. In fact, starts just mass murdering demons so regularly that the demons are starting to form a complex. Fucking chaos demons are starting to form a complex about being hunted in their own realm. Okay, the blood pit. Well, Antonine Teardrop isn't even like Doom Guy level, right? It's just he can walk and be completely unfazed and unaffected, which freaks the dancers the fuck out because for obvious reasons. Oh, okay. I didn't know what you were doing. I thought you were doing that charge attack thing I saw the other one do. Holy shit, I fucking smoked him. Wait, they said watchlings, I think, can drop this, right? I think that's what it says. Hold on. Hold on. Also drops from watchlings in the Deadland Zone itself. Yeah, so we can just farm watchlings to get this one. But I do need to find a Toll of Immolation. And then, of course, run around and find more fucking, like, clothing nodes. That was the thing of Jesus being around. The Gauru were like, what the fuck? Because he walked the Umbra, and all of the demons, all of the Banes that were in the Umbra got significantly fucking weaker when he was nearby. And the Gauru were like, what the shit is going on? I don't know. She gloats when she eats him. You know, so she thinks she kills Antonine Teardrop. She eats him when she becomes a part of the worm itself. You bastard bitch! Bastard bitch shit fuck. Okay. That's how many times I had to fight that thing. But what ends up happening is that he remains intact inside the worm at that point, and he sees the spirit of Chimera. So this is the interesting part about this, and why I think it's more of an interesting way for the apocalypse to actually end. Antonine Teardrop is inside the worm. He has been devoured, but he's still alive. And he can spiritually see that the spirit of Chimera is inside the worm. So what he does is he merges the spirit of Chimera with the worm, which is, I think, thematically poetic. You have the worm, this singular entity that has been forcibly shattered and split into three main heads that cannot live together. The three heads are constantly fighting with each other because it was the worm's attempt to bring back the triate. But because the worm cannot create anything ever, it can only destroy, it was obviously going to be a failure from the beginning. There was no way the triadic worm was ever going to succeed. It just cannot work. But it tried, because it actually wants to bring the balance back. It wants balance to exist. So you take this thing that was a single entity shattered into multiple entities, in which case three main heads and then a bunch of lesser heads, but three main heads, and he instead takes another entity that has always existed as three heads living as one and working together as one, and he merges the spirit of Chimera and the worm together. And this actually heals the worm's fractured psyche and creates the worm of balance again. So he actually manages to bring back the worm of balance from his actions. Which, as I said, I think leaves room for a very interesting possibility of when the worm comes back into alignment with the wild, and it now becomes the worm of balance again, and starts working to restore that balance. I think it would be interesting if the Weaver freaks out because it realizes its plan has failed, and it just snaps and goes full mask off, like, alright, fuck this, I'm gonna try this shit instead. Because it's been slowly, it was what's hinted at all throughout Werewolf the Apocalypse, and through other supplemental material that hints at the Weaver, the Wild, the Worm, right? Is that it's the Weaver's fault that all this happened to begin with. Like, the Weaver is the one that caused the worm to shatter to begin with. Because it just got tired of having to constantly reorganize things. It's like, well, that's your job. You organize things. You bring order to the chaos that the wild creates. But it couldn't handle it. It couldn't handle that its hard work was undone all the time. And then, of course, the Galru fucked up even harder. But, you know, Gaia was fine until the Impergium, the Wars of Rage and Shame. Like, that really sealed the deal for Gaia having an easy victory into the constant supernatural war we're in now. Checking over here. Just because.
Don't just stand there, Scout. Hide.
Ooh. Ooh, I like this. an interesting mechanic. Huh. I like the animations they got on them too, actually. It's pretty nice. Oh. Alright, we're gonna come check in this area. Maybe up here, actually? Hold on. No, that's the house. That's the house. Yeah, it won't be that. Now let's come through and check out this area. Oh, my goodness sakes. Man, oh man. Yeah. So Anthony Teardrop restores the warm balance. The Weaver freaks the fuck out because the Weaver, again, on all supplemental material, not only was it the Weaver's fault, the Weaver has been slowly weaving its threads, slowly constricting the world. Right? Basically, managing and organizing it. And that, I think, will become an interesting idea of the war against the worm is won. Now you turn to the war against the Weaver. And the Weaver is not like the worm. The Weaver doesn't want to kill or destroy Gaia in any way, shape, or form. It wants to control Gaia. It wants Gaia to be orderly, managed, you know, neat and tidy. None of the wild chaos or anything. None of this destruction. Like, no longer will there be forests. No forests will exist. They'll all be neatly ordered orchards. No longer will you have like this concept of wild growths and everything. Like, not like true city parks. It'll all be neat and tidy and maintained properly gardens. You know, gardens and terraces and things like that. So Gaia will live. Nature will continue. But it becomes this more philosophical battle of, like, is the Weaver as bad as the worm? Because it's not trying to kill Gaia. It's not trying to destroy nature. But it's taking away the spirit of nature. It's taking away the wild freedom, the imagination, the creativity, the adaptability. You're removing all that and making a static, stationary, like fucking, basically taking Gaia and turning her from being a living thing into just being a statue. Oh, isn't she so pretty? But there's no growth there. There's no, like, change there. That's why I also think it'd be interesting to bring the Black Spiral Dancers back as the Death Howlers instead. Have the Glasswalkers become the new fully corrupted Galru in the form of the Blue Stasis Walkers. And then, yeah, have that be the big thing. Of course, again, I'm biased towards it too since I'm the one making it. But you know what I mean? It just, I think it genuinely sounds like an interesting idea. So far, everyone I've talked to that's more into the lore and everything like that has also agreed, but we'll see. We'll see. I've got to get through these first 3 books for it first. And again, I would love to turn it into a game. I would love people to be able to play and experience it. Okay, where in the fuck is... Like, I do need to do Imperial City Prison. Because that's where one of the things is. I just feel like we're not, I feel like I'm missing something, you know? Maybe up here? Let's see. Let's look for it. We'll look for it. Yeah, so then it becomes, by that point, Crossroads is no longer like a foundation. It becomes its own tribe. Obviously, they had a sundering of the Crossroads Foundation because the Glasswalkers became the, you know, blue stasis walkers. So that kind of sealed that. Oh fuck. Bitches. Bastard bitch fucks. I assume that's for, like, story mission then. Okay. Out here saying I wouldn't smash a Black Spiral Dancer as if they're giving you a choice. Yeah, no. That's the long and short of it. So where in the fuck? Where in the fuck is this? Okay. Yeah, so we just have to farm. Farm. Alright. Joy. My joy is palpable, let me tell you. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. We just farm. Blech. Oh, I wish you would... I wish you could, like, you know, buy leads. That would be great. Okay. so they said in here.
Invade the domain of Meyrum's Dagon.
Hate to break it to you, Dagon, but I'm a werewolf and I'm a lot stronger than all of your guys combined. Whoa! Little speedy fuck. Little speedy fuck. They're saying your followers are picking on me.
Significance be more apparent.
They're saying, why are your followers so fucking strong and mine are so weak? Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Trying to use fucking wolves against the werewolf. Adorable. Fucking adorable.
Destruction is imminent.
Yeah. Oh shit, I didn't think that was a trap. That's funny. Oh, you little fuck. Little bastard bitch. It's funny, that had been there for ages and I didn't think it was a trap. I just thought it was a thing. That's funny. Ersine, did you buy the pay to win DLC?
See that mountain of flame before you? It's about to consume you.
Oh fuck. Fuck. Pin me down. Bastard bitches. Bastard bitch shit fuck. Titty sprinkles. There we go. Nice hidden message. Whoa! That hurt. Oh. Whoa! Ah! Rude. Woo! Back here, you little fuck. Eat a whole bag. Choke it down, suck it. An entire bag. Of schlingelings. Okay. Guess we're going down this way. Huh. Very strange. Plan for yourself there. Having a good time, having a good time.
I want to crush the Ortega.
there's somebody else here now. Ugh. Woof da. Ah, fuck! Ah, damn it! I was doing good. Then I died once. Shit. Ah! Oh my god. Fucking hell, that was a hell of a battle. Daedric enchanting apparatus. That was a hell of a fucking fight. Not in the correct zone. Bastard bitch. Bastard bitch shit fuck. Bastard bitch shit fuck. Alright. Okay. One. Doesn't matter. We can just do that. Cut over. Yeah. Okay. Cool. down there. Got it. Excuse me. Ooh.
We have arrived at the pit of pain. Oh, wait. No, we haven't. Cricket, get the portal right.
Just like wrong, we fucked up. Oh, hang on, wait, I think I'm out of juice. Charge. Nah, don't care. Don't care. Oh, man, oh, man. Oh, wow, that howl actually stunned me for a bit. Bastard bitch. Bastard bitch shit fuck. Okay. Right, so I want to check. Right, niet good. Okay, let's start clearing out. Okay, so we're in this side. Got it. Oh, nice. I ran out of time. Fuck. Fuck. So stupid of me, the way I did that. Oh, there it is. Okay. Fuck, that was dumb of me. That was dumb. That was dumb. That was dumb. We're near? Further? Okay. Holy shit. Fucking luck. I'll take it because we got 2 bonus items too. That's really fucking nice. Ugh. Yeah, no, it's not happening. It's not happening at all. Oh my god. Dumb. So I just gotta kill watchers and watchlings all over the zone. And pick up scraps all over the zone. Oh, yep, there we go. Oh, it's gonna be awful. One of the biggest ones is over in Shadowfen, when, well, I mean, all throughout the Ebonheart Pack storyline, they're constantly murdering and killing as many people as possible. And in Shadowfen, they outright try for genocide tactics, like just mass extinction of Saxoleal eggs. Again, keep in mind that this is a non-combatant group, and they're still like, nah, fuck it, genocide, baby. It's like, holy shit. Oh. Again, look, keep an eye out for watchlings, watchers, and torn cloth. Not that I know of. There might be some. But there's none I can think of offhand. Same thing with the All-Married Dominion. The All-Married Dominion doesn't really do the really horrific shit. It genuinely does feel like it's the Daggerfall Covenant, and they're the ones that are gonna do the horrible shit. Come on, come on, come on. Please, please, please. Fuck. Oh, yeah, I see another torn cloth. Ugh. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Thank you. Oh, come on, come on, come on! Ugh! Oh, thank you very much, Duncan. Highly appreciated. 1 gift membership from Duncan McOckner. Yep. Phew, I feel really fucking tired right now, chat. I'm really tired. I feel real eepy. And if only. Alright, well. Oh, fuck. Welcome to Blood Moon. Right. No, we were talking about it. No, yeah, the Daggerfall Covenant do, yes. Like on a mass scale as well. It was an operation to try to do full-on genocide. Oh my god, I'm tired. Holy shit. I'm just having those moments. Now I was talking about the Daggerfall Covenant. But I don't know any, like, I don't think there's any comparable moments of the Ebonheart Pact doing horrible shit and the Aldmeri Dominion doing horrible shit. Like, not to that level. That level's fucking yikes. Oh my god. Holy shit, I'm fucking tired. Oh my god. I'm trying, but I am, like, drifting hard. Oh, I just got no fucking energy today. No energy. So I might try and, I might call the stream early today. Maybe get a nap and go get my lift in afterwards. Fucking hell. Do some coke, wake yourself up. Yeah. That sounds like a great idea. Man, I'm super fucking tired. Yeah. Well, at least we spent some time together, chat. We got to hang out and chitty chat, talked about the progression of the books thus far. Holy fuck. I am clearly needing a nap. Real bad. Real bad. In the meantime, though, chat, all of you guys take care. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe and healthy. Get fit, get ripped. I will see you back here tomorrow. Play some more Diablo 4. Werewolf it. Oh. And yeah, on Saturday we're going to be watching Ginger Snaps. I've never seen it before, so that'll be interesting. Well, bye-bye for now, everyone.